Yeah, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. This is the soccer mode. Now, I really like this game now. I've played a lot. I've scored like 16 goals. I'm starting to get very good at it, and I'm scoring, on average a goal a game or something like that. And I'm going to tell you, this isn't going to be a very good game, but there's going to be some interesting things. First of all, my crew has 4 skills. I've got BIA, I have clutch braking, I have the one to drive on the soft ground. I don't remember what it's called, and I have repairs. And the reason why is because I want to drive really fast, and it actually does work. When I use it and I'm driving this tank, I don't know if it's because the other guy started late or if it's because of my crew skills, but I was able to get to the ball before he did on the one time since I've changed my crew skills and I had the middle shot. So I really believe that I'm getting better performance. It's handling a lot better. Okay, so let's move on. Usually the ball just kind of dribbles around, and my plan, this is not the way I want it to work out. I want to grab that ball as quickly as possible, but what happened is I had a player on my team and on the other team blocking me, and I really couldn't do anything, and they were just not moving. You really have to hustle in the game. I'll use the turbo as often as possible. Even though I fired at their tracks, I don't fire at enemy tanks very often. I only do it if I have absolutely nothing else to do. My goal is to get on the other side of the ball, either between the ball and my goal or between the ball and the backfield so that I can line up a shot on the goal. The key is to get the ball in front of you, line up a shot on the enemy goal, and take the shot. And you got to do it again and again and again. And that's how I've been succeeding. And you really got to hustle. Now, the other thing that I do is I keep my eye on the white circle. When the ball bounces high, what I do is I keep my eye on the white circle and I aim low. And when I see the ball coming down to hit the ground, that's when I fire. The other thing that I did was he was pushing me. That enemy tank, if I had tried to go in the other direction, he just would have kept on pushing me. So you have to know the difference. Are you going to go forward, backwards, turn left, turn right? How do you escape from the enemy as quickly as possible? I chose the right way. Now, because the ball is in front of the goal, and they're not going to get a shot. And although that guy in the back, this team actually did a very good job taking shots. I'm going to hustle in order to block them from firing. And you notice that I circle. I don't stop and turn. I circle. Because they scored, I'm going to head right for that center. Usually the enemy team does also. You have to time it perfectly.
Let's go.
Now, this is a perfect example. One of the things you're going to notice in the game is that the ball lines up in front of the goal all the time, depending on where you are. If the ball were to the right, you have to go to the edge and shoot diagonally. If the ball goes to the left, you go to the edge and shoot diagonally. I'm going to line it up with the front of my tank, and then once I get close enough, I'm always eyeing that ball. I'm going to take a shot as soon as I can. Now, because somebody knocked the ball, what I have to do is I have to go this way towards the edge over here, and that will allow me to line up the shot. I don't think I'm going to make it, though. You can see I'm trying to head diagonally to line it up, but it didn't quite work. Now, the other thing you want to do is you always want to have the ball between you and the goal. Don't ever go on the other side. Don't worry about what these other people are doing. Get that ball and try and knock it that way. This is a case where you line up the gun, you shoot the ball, you're at the perfect right there. When that, I'm lining up my gun and I'm going to try and hit that ball when it bounces. You notice I missed my shot. I go in reverse as frequently as I need to, and I use the turbo boost. When I go in reverse, you go really fast. You'll notice that I'm still lining up. I'm heading this way because I want to be on this side of the ball. You don't want to be on You don't want to be on this side of the ball. You want to be on that side of the ball over here. To hit the ball to get it, if the ball is on, there's this curve over here. If it's on the right side, shoot the ball so it comes around. But if it's not, if it's kind of on the left, then don't do it. I missed my shot. I'm going to miss a lot of shots in this game. Now you'll notice that I'm lining up to shoot, but I'm also blocking with my tank so that if he shoots the ball, I'm going to try and maneuver so that the ball is blocked by my tank. He kind of plowed through me. Now I have to reverse as quickly as possible. I hit his tracks. I forgot to use the turbo. I only shoot at the tracks when I got nothing else to do. Now, I should have hit the turbo. In this case, you want to be on the right side of the ball, between the ball and the goal. Don't go on the left side. So I'm going to set up a defensive position, looking around to see what's going on. You'll notice that I rammed the enemy tank so that he really can't do anything. And I doubt that these other guys are going to be able to do much either. Now they set me up for a great position. I have to reverse in order to get the shot on goal. You'll see that I was able to get a shot in. Now, as I said earlier, you'd be surprised how often the ball is lined up with the goal. Now, right now, it looks like it isn't. However, if I drive this way to the right of the ball, I'll be able to line up a diagonal. Like, he could hit that ball into the goal if he wanted to. So what I have to do right now is I have to go to the right really fast. Unfortunately, they knocked the ball, but if they hadn't, I would have had a shot on goal right there. So now what I have to do is I have to get between the ball and my goal in order to block it. I'm probably going to do a circle. You have to be very careful. You don't want to knock your ball in. You either have to go around that way or go around this way, or you have to come to a dead stop. Luckily, I did a maneuver and I missed it. I'm also, right now, I'm looking to line up a shot in order to knock the ball back downfield. Almost had it, but someone tapped the ball. There it is. Okay, now you want to be where this tank is off in the distance, Devastator M4. You want to be on the right side of the ball. The ball is right there. The white circle is there. So I want to line up on the right side so I can knock the ball downfield. So you can see I'm heading towards the ball. This is setting me up right now for a shot on the goal. So what I need to do is the ball is going to go approximately right here to that spot on the ground where I'm pointing center of the screen. It's going to bounce off. It's going to go across this way. So I have to go halfway between me and the ball to line up the shot on the goal. And I have to obviously turn my turret. And you can see that's what I did, but I also got close to the ball. Excuse me. If your gun isn't reloaded, you have to tap the ball. You can see that I went too far. It was a mistake, unfortunately. I'm going to circle around, stay to the right of the ball between the goal and the ball to defend the goal. You have to back up. You want to be behind the ball. Okay, there's a good shot. Hopefully I'll get it. I know I'm going to miss a lot in this game. Okay, now I'm on the wrong side of the ball. It happens all the time. However, it does block the enemy, but you have to figure out how to get on the other side. Okay, in where this guy is right here, he has a shot on the goal. Obviously, it's his own goal. I would have to reverse, hit the turbo in order to get that shot. I'm probably not going to do it. You can see that I'm not ramming him. I'm going to let him pass by because I can line up a shot on the goal if I drive over past this white line. Oh, beautiful shot. So now the ball is in my favor. I've got a shot on the goal. I'm going to try and hit it when it's kind of low. When it peaks, it's going to stop moving, its acceleration becomes 0. And the same thing happens when it hits the ground. That increases the chance you're going to hit the ball. Unfortunately, my ally blocked me from shooting. Missed that shot. I hit that turbo. You'll notice that I'm predicting where the ball is going to land, which is probably going to be there, and I'm heading so that I expect it to bounce once, twice, maybe a third time, and I'm trying to get a good shot. Obviously, it bounced over me. Going to go around it. Have to reverse. This is a great place to get a shot on it. It will go around and head downfield. This is an example where an ally rammed into me. It was really sloppy playing on his part. And something else is going to happen later in the game, which is going to be sloppy also. But I had a shot, and this happens all the time. Your allies will constantly be bumping into you. And the sad part is he had no just reason for doing that. It was a complete disadvantage for the team. It doesn't give him an advantage for shooting on goal, nothing like that. When I see my ally in the same position, I let them handle the ball. You can see that the way I hit the ball wasn't productive. I had an ally in the way, hit the ball, it didn't go anywhere. Now I'm on the wrong side. Got to reverse to get to the proper shooting position and try again. Now, he hit the ball over me. It happens all the time. You're going to see that it's going to happen later in the game a second time. Now we have a situation where I have to get between the ball and the goal. I've got an ally in the way. I got to find a way around him. Plus, I got to block that ball so that they can't take a shot. Going to go forward, get into a firing position, and still block the goal. Had a lot of missed shots this game. That was decent. Going to get behind the ball. Up. If he hadn't hit that ball, I would have been able to line up a shot on that goal. So I'm going to circle around, head for my goal. Now in this case, you want to go get inside the goal so that you can shoot the ball out, block the ball, or ram it out. So I got to get inside the goal. It's very difficult to drive, which is why I didn't take up the best position. Hit that turbo whenever you can. You can see that because somebody knocked the ball, it screwed up my angle. Now here's another example where I lined up the ball for a shot on goal right there. It happens all the time, and I move backwards and forwards trying to reposition. Now I have not a perfect shot, but I'm probably going to take the shot. That's the example where my ally blocked me from taking the shot, and it's a noob mistake. You know, if what he should have done is he should have stopped and let me take the shot. But unfortunately, it happens all the time. That's another example where I was about to take a shot and the enemy knocked the ball away. So now in this case, I have to reverse back to this position to be between the ball and the goal. This is not the best way to shoot. I think I did this because I'm reloaded, but really I should have reversed a little more to knock it downfield more. Wow, they got a lot of nice shots in. So again, you want to be between the ball and the goal. I do take a lot of shots just to practice, even if I think there's a good chance it'll miss. Wasn't a very strong shot. You can see that I'm bumping instead of while I'm waiting to reload. They're knocking a lot of them back. They've got a good shooter on their team. You can see I didn't line up my shot. I didn't accurately predict where the ball was going to land. So I have to circle around and do it a second time. I got to go in for the ram because I want to stop the enemy from gaining control of the ball. Now here's an example where I want to hit that ball, and there's a couple of choices. Either wait for him to go forward, which is what I'm going to do, and then shoot behind him, or I could go in this direction. I could move towards the backfield and hit around the side, or I could go towards the right field or the left field to shoot around him. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for him to drive forward before I take my shot, and I seem to recall someone else is going to get in the way. So you can see that after he moved forward, I was able to line up a shot. And even though it's not a shot on the goal, it's still good for my team. And I'm driving forward and circling. Now, you want the ball to be between you and the goal. This is a spot where I would hit the ball, but I also want to get close, and I want to be able to do whatever I can to get it to the center field. You can see that for some reason my plan missed, or I missed where I thought the ball was going to go, so I went in the wrong direction. Have to repeat. Okay, this is where you got a chance to shoot on the goal. You've got these guys goofing off in the background. You want to nudge the ball. Use the front of your tank while you're reloading to bump the ball. Make it go up here and come back down. It will roll in front of the goal. So you got to nudge the ball, and then you have to come back to this position in order to line up the shot. So I'm going to nudge. Oh, well, okay, so these guys were constantly doing it in this game. He knocked the ball away, but still, now I have to get behind the ball. I got to get in this location here in order to get a shot on goal. And I'm using the circle method. Hit that turbo. Trying to get behind the ball. Now that's an example. He did a great job. You really want to block those balls, and I wasn't really aware of, I guess I misanticipated what was going to happen, so it went behind me. I stopped too late, and now we're in a really bad position. And my ally is blocking me, which is too bad. Track him. Now, I could have gone, I'm going to reverse it so you can see, because it's kind of important. This does not look good. Okay. I misjudged this. Rammed my ally, hit my ally. Okay, now here I've got two choices. Either go to the right or to the left. Don't go to the right. If you go to the right, you cannot defend your goal. You got to go to the left. So I chose to go to his left so that I can get to the other side of the ball. And that's because I anticipated that the ball would be on this side. If the ball were going to be on this side, then I would have gone on the other side. Line up the gun, hit that ball. I wasn't reloaded, so I had to bump it with my tank. And you'll notice that I'm dribbling the ball, excuse me, because I'm about to reload. And I'm going to take a chance that I can line up a shot on that goal. You see, it's not that difficult. Right there, that's all you got to do. I'm going to rewind the video so you can watch it in real time. You'll see that I've learned, go to the left. I'm going to get that ball. I'm going to dribble it while I'm reloading, line up the shot, and then I'm going to take a shot on the goal. I'm reloading. I'm going to dribble the ball. He helped me out a little. Boom. Hits my ally. Now you'll notice that I'm heading to the right because, again, you need to be on the right in order to gain control of that ball. Use the turbo. Now in this case, it would have been a good idea if I were a little bit to the right more to hit that ball because it would have bounced it in front of the goal. You'll notice that instead of firing, I tried to bump it with my tank. I'm going to have to reverse. Okay, now, this happens very often. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to hit the ball and it's going to bounce over him and roll in front of the goal. Yeah, it didn't happen, obviously, intentionally, but it did happen. Oh, and it happened twice. It bounced around the other guy. I believe that time just ran out. But what would have happened is the ball would have rolled in front. I would have aligned either going backwards or forwards, depending on what I had to do, and I would have lined up another shot on goal. And that's how you play the game. This wasn't a very good example, but you see all the techniques. They did an excellent job keeping the ball away from me. This was not the best team I played against. There were two teams that were one team was very aggressive, and I had to hustle like no end to play defense the whole game. And there was another team, they got the ball, scored, got the ball, scored, got the ball, scored, and the game was over in like 30 seconds. Okay, so that's the game. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. Yeah, hello, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. This is a soccer mode, and I am going to get a goal in this game. One thing you're going to notice is that I am clearly the first one to get to the ball. I don't know if it's because he started late or if it's because of the way I've equipped my tank. You'll notice that I have the Lend-Lease oil, or whatever it is, the oil thing that the Russians have. I've tried it in so many games. It seems to have absolutely no effect. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the one. I was trying to ride him on purpose just for the hell of it. Now, in this type of situation, that's my goal. This might have been the game where I became disoriented and I didn't know which side I was on. I was like, oh my God, I don't know which goal is mine. And I only figured it out. I said, well, maybe I saw like the enemy blocking his goal. I was judging where the enemies were and my allies were. I said, oh, that must be my side. I don't know. So you'll notice that I'm between the goal and the ball whenever I have to be at all times. Now, the ball is, I'm trying to predict where the ball is going to bounce. It's obviously it's going to head in this direction, and the goal is wide open. So I'm going to position myself to try and line up a shot on that goal. Didn't do a good job. I'm going to probably hit that turbo. You'll see that my track was repaired very quickly. I used a toolbox, large repair kit, and repairs on my crew member, and it gives you very fast repair time. So you'll see that what I did was I lined up the shot on the goal. I'm not sure if I'm the one who hit that ball or not. And I got a shot in. And that's basically it. That's how you do it. And then you head back for the center. If you get too close, you're at a disadvantage. I've played lots of games where the enemy has hit the ball right over my head. But that's an example of how you can hit the ball. It was a lousy hit. Now you'll see I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get between the ball and my goal so I can defend. And now I'm going to line up a shot on the enemy goal. If you can't fire, you have to bump the ball. That was a bad thing. I should not have bumped the ball. I should have gone to the left of the ball to line up the shot, but I screwed it up.
Drive on.
The only time I fire shots to track the enemy is in a situation like this where there's a risk of them scoring. I could have gone to the right or to the left. You'll notice I went to the left. This way I could be between the ball and the goal. I was going to position myself to block the ball. I have to go to the left again. Excuse me. Now I have to make a sharp turn to the left. And I'm watching that white circle to make sure that I'm going to block that ball. Got to get it out of there, however you do it. Okay, so they were able to knock one in. Now we got to head to the midfield. Use the turbo if you have to. Track them to prevent them from getting there. To line up the shot, I have to go to the right field. This tank right here has a shot lined up on the goal. Right now, I would miss. You can actually hit the right side and get it in there, but the best thing to do, if you have the time, is to move a little bit to the right. Obviously, they knocked the ball away. Now, in this position, I have to get as close to the ball as possible, but be on the right side. Don't go on the left, unless you're blocking the enemy from hitting the ball. So I'm going to go to the right to line up a shot.
Let's go.
Missed my shot. Line up a block. Oh, it looks like I'm going to bump it. Got to reverse or head forward and do a circle, or do a reverse here. Got to block them from shooting it downfield. Okay, so I've got an opportunity to knock the ball around on an open goal. Got to go around. You see how I drove? I was very careful. It wasn't luck. I had to keep my eye on where the enemy was driving, and I had to maneuver around him. I'm going to bump the ball, it looks like. I missed my bump, so I'm going to have to circle around. Block the ball so they can't hit it downfield. This is another position. Okay, so now I've got to accelerate as quickly as possible to catch up to that ball. So I hit my turbo. Unfortunately, I hit an ally. And I'm going between the ball and my goal to defend my goal. Now, once it crosses over this corner, you want to head this way. If it hasn't crossed over, you don't have to. You'll notice I changed a little bit to head more towards, now I'm going straight towards my goal. You want to control that ball. Got to reverse. I'm going to do a circle. Get between the ball and my goal for defense. You have to get in a position if you're going to bump the ball or shoot it so that when you hit it, it goes downfield. You don't want to waste time hitting it so that it goes the wrong way.
We're immobilized. Let's roll.
Again, I'm going to get between the ball and my goal. Wasn't a very good shot. Like that right there was a horrible shot. Okay, what do you see here? Another shot on goal. I'm not going to make it, but... Okay, somebody hit the ball. This is what happened. Somebody hit the ball, so I wasn't able to shoot on the goal. I then hit the ball to knock it further downfield. There's 3 minutes left in the game. The score is 1-1. And then I disconnected from the server. So from this point onwards, I did not play. No, actually what happened was when I came back, I was sitting all the way in the opposite corner. So unfortunately, it's two different replays. I know I don't know if I'm going to score another goal or not. But that's this particular replay. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. Okay, so this replay is in the middle of a match. I think there were 3 minutes left, and now there's 1 minute and 11 seconds, and I was missing from the match for almost 2 minutes because I was disconnected from the server. So if you saw the first half of the replay, this is the second half of that particular replay. Something extremely weird is going to happen. I am going to score a goal. Watch how I do it.
That was close.
You'll notice I'm going in reverse. Usually I hit the turbo to go faster. And I'm setting up a position so if I hit the ball, it will go hopefully to the enemy side. Okay, now look at this. The ball is heading towards the goal, and I'm sure someone will knock it. But you want to be in this location to hit that ball. But watch what happens. This is going to be absolutely crazy. Wow. Isn't that amazing? They lined me up for a shot on the goal. And I am absolutely going to score a goal. Watch how I do it. This is going to be the most amazing goal that you're ever going to see in World of Tanks Soccer. You ready? There it goes.
We're immobilized. Track fixed. Let's roll.
There it goes. Watch that ball. There it goes. There it goes. Show it to you again.
We've lost the track. Get going.
So that was the crazy goal. I knocked the ball downfield and I scored on my own goal. So now this is a situation where in order to hit that ball and that goal, you have to be over there. So you either drive in this direction and hope to line up the shot, which obviously isn't going to happen. Excuse me. Or you head directly towards the side. But actually, you can see that I almost made it. I only had to go a little bit further and I would have been able to line up the shot because the ball was slowing down. You really got to hustle. Look at that. I've got a shot on goal, and guess what's happening? An ally is bumping into me. Now, in order to do this, we've got 10 seconds left. To get that shot, you have to drive to line up the shot, which means I have to get behind the ball. Excuse me. And there it is. There's another shot on goal right there. The only thing is that I'm not reloaded. And while I was trying to line up the shot, the enemy knocked the ball away. So I had a chance to knock the ball against that wall towards there. I didn't get to do it, and that's the game. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. This is the final video that I'm going to show for soccer in this set. Just watch it. You're going to see something amazing. Enjoy.
Time to roll out.
You'll notice that I hit the ball by lining up my gun with the white circle. And when the ball hit the ground, I fired the gun and I was able to connect with the ball. And I've had a lot of success doing it. You can see that this enemy is intentionally blocking me. I do it all the time to enemy tanks. And I really, really go at them. I make it so that they're completely crippled. Perhaps I'll find a video that shows me doing it. So you can see that I went a little bit too far. I bumped the ball. I would have had a nice shot. I'm circling around to get on the correct side. I'm going to try and bump the ball and fire. You can see I'm blocking the enemy so he doesn't touch the ball. Now, in this type of a case, obviously you want to be over here or you want to be a really awesome shooter. But I had to knock it away because I knew that the enemy was going to shoot the ball way downfield. I didn't want them to do that.
We've lost the track. Track fixed. Let's roll.
I'm getting on the side of the ball to take a shot on the goal. You can see that I aimed for the white circle, and as the ball hit the ground, I fired, and I did hit the ball. I was reversing, hoping to have a shot on the goal, but it didn't happen. Okay, so here comes a shot on goal. There it is. Now you got to hustle back to midfield. You really have to hustle. You have to position. You have to predict where the ball is going to go. You have to try to line up when the ball is going to roll in front of the goal, not just passing in front, but anywhere on the field, pretty much anywhere on the half court, you have to be in a position to get that ball. Now I have to either, this might be a game where I'm going to block them, or I have to go around the other side of the ball. Okay. So I didn't make it. You'll notice that I'm heading I could have gone to the right or to the left, but I have to go to the left in order to defend my goal.
Get going.
Got to reverse in order to get in the proper position to defend. Block the ball, nudge it forward. Unfortunately, it went in front of the goal. Ram the guy. Don't hit your allies. Set up a blocking position. Get that ball out of there. Reverse. Try to predict where the ball is going to bounce. I missed my shot, unfortunately.
Let's go.
I wasn't reloaded, so I had to bump the ball. I'm going to try and do it again. You'll notice that even though it wasn't really a shot on goal, it could have happened. You know, with the right magic formula and the perfect positioning and timing, that could have been a lucky, amazing shot on goal. And here's another one right here. If you line this up properly, you can turn this into a shot on goal, and that's what I'm trying to do. Notice that I did not ram my ally. I think someone else got the goal, and I went right back to the center position.
We fixed the track. Get going.
I think I hit the ball too, right when it bounced on the ground. Again, you're going to the right so that the ball is, so you can knock the ball downfield. Not in a good position here. I have to either wait for the ball to come around or reposition myself. Went too far. Gotta get it into a better position. See, I rammed him. That was absolutely on purpose. Now I can line up on goal. I have to reverse a little bit. But unfortunately, he's there. If they didn't knock that ball away, I would have had a shot on goal. See, now this guy here, he blocked me. What he should have done was reversed. When you do things like that, it just doesn't help. Using the turbo, getting between the ball and my goal. Excuse me. I have to keep on repositioning based on where the ball is going. Bump the ball because I'm not reloaded.
We're immobilized. Let's roll.
In order to hit that ball in the goal, I have to be where this guy is. So that's why I'm driving straight across. Now, I misjudged this. But what I wanted to do, obviously, was block the ball. It looks like I'm going to miss it. Just barely missed it. Got to go around in a circle, line up a shot on the goal, missed it. Now, you'll notice I'm reversing because you want to be behind the ball. You want to line up that shot. Hit the ball downfield. Okay, this is a really good position for me. They're so lucky that they tracked me. Look at what's happening. Right there, they're setting me up for a shot on goal. This guy, Robert, could do it. His gun is aimed the wrong way. That's why you don't do this. Don't shoot your gun. Forget about the enemy tanks. Only do it if you really have nothing better to do. He could have had a shot on goal, and he's completely missing it. They're so lucky they passed that away. So now, the goal's here, the ball's here. I have to go over here, and I'm going to head that way.
We're immobilized. We fixed the track. Get going.
Missed that shot, unfortunately. Predicting where the ball is going to go, lining up to defend it. Now that's the type of thing that you really want, is when the ball bounces over the enemy. Again, you can see that two of us, in fact all three of us, have a potential shot on goal, although there is a possibility that Robert may have hit his ally. Okay, so I ran out of disk space, so I had to interrupt this particular replay. And at the beginning of this game, I told you that something amazing was going to happen. And I didn't know, I thought it was going to happen at the beginning. It's going to happen right now. I'm going to show you something pretty cool. So keep a close eye on the game. Here it comes. Oh, that was funny.
Track fixed. Let's roll.
You see, I got a good shot in on that. Now, obviously, the ball is going to go up the side and it's going to roll, hopefully, in front of the goal. So you got to be very careful as to where it's going to go. You can see, I gave it a little bit of a nudge and got it in. Okay, so that's the game. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.